Hey gamers, it's me again with another top 5 list. This time it's about top themes in board games I wish there was one of, or better ones of, I guess I should say. One of the things that attracts me to a board game is its unique theme, or a theme that stands out that I really like. And I thought, well, what are some themes that are out there that, or not out there, that I'd love to see? Two of these are IPs that just no one has really done anything with, that much with. One is Stargate. I know they're doing an RPG with them, and they did a board game a long time ago, but sadly the board game is not that good. I love Stargate. I think you can make a really awesome board game out of this, and I would definitely be interested in that. But so far, even I looked at the RPG, but I'm not into RPGs, but so far no one can do a good board game for Stargate. So that's an IP I'd love to see. And then number 4, and this is, I'm doing the IPs first here, but number 4 would be Highlander, the TV series. They've done some awful Highlander board games from the movie, and they're not very good. I thought about backing one on Kickstarter, and then I realized this is not a very good game. And I keep looking for someone to do one on the TV series, because there's lots of stuff you can use there. Sure, they had a collectible card game back in the late 90s, I think, when everyone had a collectible card game. And I almost bought that at one time in my life when someone was selling the whole set on eBay, I believe, for a decent price. But then at the same time, I was like, I don't play collectible card games. But I'm pretty sure you could come up with a pretty cool Highlander game, right? It doesn't have to be too much, just nice battle. Maybe you make a sword, train with sword fighting and then fight someone. But still, I'd like to see someone do that, and no one has really done it well for Highlander. Okay, I'm done with IPs. So what 3 unique ones do I want to see? Well, a radio station. There's tons of things running TV stations, but where's one running a radio station? Could be in the 60s, 70s, 80s, back even 90s, back when radio was a big deal. Like, you're running different stations and you're setting your programming, and maybe you're running several different stations, and you're trying to get people to buy ads and making sure you rank high on listeners. That's victory points, is how much listeners you have. You could do it in the golden age of radio when you're doing all these fun little radio shows too. There's a lot of things I think you could do with this, but I guess no one has just found that very interesting a subject. But I swear, if I find something about a radio board game, I'm gonna check it out. I think that'd be cool. My number 2 has to deal with the mail delivery service. This is a long time ago. I tried to come up with my own game like this, but I just couldn't think of it. But I thought, what if you had your own mail delivery service, and you had to lay these tiles out to spread out your neighborhood, and you're delivering letters, and you have X amount of days to make sure you get these letters done. Like, every day the letters move down this list. If they go too far, you're going to have angry customers, and you're going to lose points or whatever. And sometimes they throw in express mail, meaning it has to get there that day, so you got to figure out a way to deliver that too. And then later on, packages cost double the weight, and they're harder to move, but you have to get them off too. And this game goes 12 rounds, like for 12 months, where December is the busiest month, because that's the month everyone's buying Christmas presents. There's tons of packages, but don't worry, you start off with footmen, just mailmen walking around with a carry-on bag, and as you're building up money, also selling stamps to build up money. I really don't know how this works, but anyway, you would buy little post trucks, just little mini trucks moving around, to where you get to big moving vans, like the UPS vans, and now you can hold several packages. You just hold several more bundles of mail. I think that'd be a cool game. I know there's a game in there somewhere. I'm just not that smart to put it together, but I'd love to see something about the postman, postal service, or just mail delivery services. I think that'd make a great game. And my number 1 that I always think about is something called Super Church. You take this church, this congregation that's very small, old Southern Baptist church, and then suddenly you're just building it up. And that's the thing, everyone could be Southern Baptist, or Protestant, or Catholic, or you can have 4 different religions, that Pentecostal, and you're moving up with that whatever religion you are, and trying to build this super church, the one with the TV station, radio station, choir directors, assistant pastors, and stuff like that, youth directors and stuff. And so you're building up your empire, so to speak, with a church. The reason I think that is because my church I started off in a church that was very little, very, very small. And then we moved to a church that maybe had like 300 people, and now we're in the beginnings of a super church. Why do I say super church? I say that because it's getting so big now that even I don't know all the members. And I'm like going, who's that? Who's that? Oh, they've been coming here for months? I didn't know that. So we are kind of turning, and we got this nice big super church too, inherited from another church, and we're kind of growing into it pretty fast. And I thought this would make a great game, right? You're trying to, grow your church and trying to get bigger and better things and more helpers to do more actions and stuff like that. Of course, it would be worker placement. But I just think that'd be an awesome idea. Again, I don't have the brains for that, but I just think that'd be cool. So those are my ideas of 5 unique themes, 2 of them being IPs, that I'd really like to see in board games. But gamers, is there a theme that's not out there or needs to be fleshed out more that you would love to see? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you later.